Hi, everyone. Very good evening. This is Pulak, UG Product Head at CL, Sector 62 Noida, Noida Extension, Sector 2 and Greater Noida. With us, we have Mr. Ramanuj Mishra, Director, and Manya Agarwal, All India Rank 35 CLAT. So huge congratulations, Manya. This is
Thank
like
you,
one
ma'am.
amazing rank that you've got and one outstanding performance. So big congratulations from the entire team. So
Thank you so
how's
much,
the
ma'am.
feeling? Must be on cloud nine, needless to ask. So
Ma'am, cloud
mm,
nine of seventh heaven. It is like amazing. Because I never expected that I achieve something like this. So it's actually a great feeling.
oh great.
Okay, so in Taiwan, obviously the Manya needs all the attention. So a big congratulations, Manya, and
Thank you, sir.
we're just proud. That's the one thing we as a faculty look at it. So our results actually come through you guys. So each and every year, although we are not eligible like to go and do our progress, but yes, when you guys do well, we do well. See, the CLAT is one domain, and especially when I see law, it is all about being very clear about it. So, because the schools, programs, so how do you arrive at law as a program? Because as far as my knowledge goes, like your parents, yeah, especially your father, he is from physics background, so he's a faculty of physics. So So being from the science environment at home, during law as a career, how you arrive that? Because that is very important for kids to know who aspire to go for a law program.
Okay, so the thing is, I had a interest in social science as a subject since the very beginning. Because like science, I was not very interested in and it went over my head. And in commerce, I was like that each and every subject will have maths. So I can do maths, I like maths, but not that much that I'll do it in every subject. So, and I had an interest in social science as well. So I was set since grade 8 that I'll take humanities in 11th and 12th. Now, my interest in law as a career developed when I was in grade 9. And it may sound a little ridiculous, but it actually happened through television series. So,
Was
there
it
was a
Suits?
series, sorry?
Was it Suits? Because the entire nation is got inspired
Ah,
by Suits.
No, no, no. It
Okay.
was a series on Disney International.
Acha.
So basically, they had a woman lawyer, and she was like she had a very powerful aura around her. So I was very fascinated by that. You know that I'll become a lawyer and I'll have that aura around me and that personality development. And I had a lot of interest in criminal cases as well, as in CID and all of that. So my major interest towards law developed through television and movies and it actually worked out for me because there has not been a single point till now that I felt that, oh my God, I'm so bored of this or something like that. So that's how I went into law as a field.
Oh, great. So yeah, interest, I think कहीं से भी आ सकता है. It can be movies, it can be family inspiration, it can be a lot of money, it can be anything. But the good part is that you should just stay consistent and like you've said, you never got bored of it and you always thought you made the right decision, and that is something that plays an important role. Okay, Manya. So my next question to you would be, tell us about your entire journey, how the entire journey has been. I'm sure it must be full of like roller coaster ride. It would have been a roller coaster ride. So how was your entire journey? Your favorite subject, your weak areas. How did you handle it all? How did you face challenges and difficulties that came across your way? So tell us all.
So, yes, that's true. It was actually a roller coaster ride. And not just in the academic perspective, but mentally and physically as well. Because, like, balancing CLAT and school studies was a big task. And then focusing completely on CLAT and forgetting school in the last 2, 3 months was again a big task. And getting my mock scores up to scratch was a big task, and handling all subjects so I don't stay behind in any of those. That was also a big task. So I had my moments of achievements as well. and a lot more moments of downfall. Like scores went down, my mental state went down because there were points I felt like, oh my God, I can't do anything. But then I had my parents and teachers to support me and tell me that it's okay for some time. You'll get back, you'll rebound from this. So, yes, it was a difficult journey, but it actually paid off. I
You're very
believed
right.
in myself and had confidence. So, yes.
That's
Yeah.
important, I
So
think.
true. Like when you say the mock scores coming up and down, see, one thing I tell people, neither the mock can get you to the NLE, not it will reject you also. So if you got the marks, basically it is a reflection of today's standing, and probably one has to work around it. So that's a benefit of writing a mock. So it's an advantage. It is not going to decide. So, but yes, writing mock is important. So see, this year CLAT, the level of paper, the level of questions has actually gave us opportunity to attempt more and more questions. And this is not possible for anyone if one has not written mocks in a good number. So I like to know, because that's message to go to the people who go and prepare for a CLAT for coming years. When did you started your mocks? You started when we started our mocks at the center, or you took time? What was your strategy towards mocks? And we want to just learn from you, like understand from you.
Okay, so yes, I started my mocks when we started them at the center. So like the warm up mocks, then prime, and then countdown. So like I never missed any mock. I have given all of them, and at the time they were issued, like not before or after. Secondly, the strategy I followed in my mocks was in the very beginning, like in the first two, three mocks, I started in the pattern, like RC, GK, legal, logical, and then maths at the last. But then I got to know that that was not working out for me. And then I identified my weakest section, and that was logical reasoning. So I started working upon that because I got to know that if I attempted that section in the middle of the mock, my brain would wear out and I could not read that much or focus that much on the questions. So I started with logical reasoning, and then I gave me myself a break of GK, and then I did legal and RC, and I did maths in the end because my maths was okay. So I just needed time for maths. I could do the question. So I did maths in the remaining time. So I had good 15-20 minutes at the end of the mock to do maths. So that was the strategy I followed. Secondly, after all the mocks, I analyzed them. So I had a proper notebook in which I had all the mocks and per section, the questions which I had unattempted and the questions I got wrong and why had I got them wrong and why I left them unattempted. So I had a proper record with me that where my mistakes were so that I could improve on them further, which yes, they worked out for me really well. So yes, that was my strategy while taking the mocks. And I also had the time divided thing that, each section had a time specific so that I do not run out of my time and the time management issues were solved.
So I think three important takeaways, dividing time across sections. One important thing that you said at the start, which was making sure that you take mocks on that date and not before and after, which is, I think, very important to all the people watching this video and to all the CLAT aspirants who'd be taking CLAT in 2024, like the 2025 year, not postponing it, taking it on that day, because ultimately हमें देना तो है ही, तो schedule बना लो और उसी टाइम दे दो. उस टाइम देने पे एटलीस्ट यूल बी विद द एंटायर क्राउड, यूल नो जब एनालिसिस हो रहा है तो आप एनालिसिस पे भी सही टाइम पे पार्टिसिपेट कर पाओगे. So I think that is also one important thing. So yeah, okay. My another question to you, Manya, would be, because you said there were a lot of challenges, uh, you handled school and you were handling CLAT. And it's not only about balancing these both, but there was a time just 2.5 months prior to CLAT when students almost forgot their school because they had to prioritize something. So balancing वाली चीज कहीं ना कहीं हम आके रुक गए एंड हम प्रायोरिटाइज करने लगे बिकॉज हमें पता था कि दिसंबर में क्लैट है एंड जनवरी फरवरी मार्च हमारे पास इनफ टाइम है जब हम अपने स्कूल के लिए फोकस कर सकते हैं. सो टेकिंग दैट डिसीजन एंड of course उसमें भी challenges आए होंगे like you said. So how did you balance it both? And I mean, like, that's a very important question, and I think all the people who are in school and who are preparing for CLAT, it's going to help them a lot. So kindly elaborate.
Yes, ma'am. So in 11th grade, since like we had an year to CLAT, so I was able to balance both school and CLAT because I had divided my days in like 4 hours blocks, so like 4 hours CLAT and then 4 hours of school study, homework and everything. In 12th, I balanced till the half yearlies. I did the same thing, 4 hours CLAT and 4 hours school. And then in the last 2.5 months, I started. So in October, I did was I just attended the school. I did not do homework or notes or anything at home. I just did CLAT related study. And in November, I stopped going to school. So in that scenario, my teachers at school had been very supportive because they did not pressure me at all for anything. They were like, you focus on your CLAT first, school ka to hota rahega. So they were very supportive in that aspect and they helped me a lot in that. So I got leverage in my project work and submission of notes and everything. So that worked out for me in preparing for CLAT. And that's how I was able to handle it.
Yeah. Uh, if we see the CLAT and its pattern over the years, two things important: reading and obviously GK. This time, obviously, maybe a passage based, but it is not the case all the time. So again, improving GK is one task, and a big task happen to all the kids who prepare. So how do you start it with? So where the newspaper come into the picture? So what is the role of a newspaper in your entire journey? Because for us, when we advise anyone, we always give importance. But advising, but what happened, what was done by the one of president, probably I'd like to know from you. The role of the newspaper reading in your entire preparation.
Yes, so newspaper, it had an impact on both GK and reading. So reading is specifically in the editorial and op-ed sections, which like you set the timer and you read the section, so it gives you a habit of reading. And in the newspaper, content wise, it was helpful in GK because like the passages we generally get in CLAT are current affairs based. So some of the articles you were able to relate with because you already had knowledge about them. So in that case also it helped in GK and reading. And in GK section specifically, if I talk about, then the newspaper articles, we had to research upon them further because they did not have the comprehensive information which CLAT asked for. So in that case, we got the broader topic and then we got into the depth of it, which also helped in streamlining in what to study for in GK specifically. So yes, newspapers did play an important part in GK and in reading as
Okay. What would be your message to all the students taking CLAT next year? What are the things that they should specially keep in mind? Because you've been like you've been through it all, right? So no matter how much the mentors say, I think it's always the student's message that makes an impact or that makes a change because they've done or they've been through the entire process. So one message to all the students taking CLAT next year or taking CLAT in subsequent years would be.
Yes, ma'am. So the one main message I'd like to give everyone is do not get demotivated by mocks at all. My mocks were completely zigzag. So I had like 60s, 70s, 80s, back to 70s, 60s, then 80s,
Even
60s.
till the end,
It was
right?
a
70,
yes.
80, and last two
The
marks it
last
is
mock I gave just before CLAT, I got my score in 70s. So please do not get demotivated by mocks and please do not panic at all during the exam. That is really important. Before my CLAT, I had a complete panic attack. I was crying and everything. But when I entered the examination hall, I kept myself calm because I had to get through those 2 hours with the best of my ability. So please do not panic at all during the exam. That 2 hours are the best time you cannot panic. That's the main message. And secondly, trust the place where you're studying. Do not go for sources from here and there. The place where you're studying is the best place because you have mentors who can guide you to the fullest. You have the best material you can trust, and you have the best support system wherever you're studying. So personally for me, Career Launcher has been that big support system. Teachers were available round the clock. The mocks were excellent. The practice sheets we got in class were excellent. So that entire support system was huge in my preparation.
Same aligned with this support system because see, any institute where you come in, you get friends, you get mentors, and you get a place where all the dreams started building the blocks. Because obviously we go to temple towards it sometimes now. So we want to concentrate, we want to be closer to the God. What sense? So I really want to see, I want to hear from you because I don't see only a mentors. I also see a role of the friends whom you meet at the centers. They have a lot of role to play. A place has also a role to play. So can you just correlate this? Okay, so the kind of competition you get in the classes, kind of friends you get into the classroom, and the mentors. The role of a center basically. So in your case, obviously, Sector 62 Noida, we are talking about. So can you put some points on that?
Yes, sir. So, yes, there was a role of both friends and competitors in this journey. Friends, because they were there to motivate you whenever you got down. Like, I got demotivated or, I lost hope when I got bad scores or something like that. So, they were there to cheer me up and, motivate me that you can do better next time.
Was there
And comp
any group of three, four group? Or did you make some
we
close
had
group
a group
also?
of six to
Yeah,
seven students, yes.
yeah. This is
That's
one. That's the one thing working in the favor of the kids. It's very important and
group study, yeah.
to make a closer group. Obviously, there's a larger group, but make a
Right.
smaller group where you chit chat in a regular interval. Now, please continue.
Yes. So, as you said, that group was also a place where we could resolve our doubts. So, like doubts, we did not go to teachers specifically, we just resolved them in between us. And that also helped in getting new perspectives and new ways of solving questions. So, we got to know new methods and how to work upon our strategies. So, that was also a big part. And competitors specifically because they motivated you to go to their level. So, they pushed you, you can do harder and you can work more towards that level. So, yes, the center as a whole played a big part.
Oh, great. Okay, so your mom is there with you? Your parents are there?
Yes,
Mom?
ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes,
So
ma'am.
we would like to invite your parents. Hi, ma'am.
Hi,
How is
ma'am.
Hello, ma'am.
Hi,
Hello, sir.
ma'am. Okay,
Namaskar,
so
ma'am.
congratulations to you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
How's the
You
feeling?
too. Thanks
Huh.
to Career Launcher.
Thank you, ma'am. Pleasure was all ours.
No, no, thanks to you. Like basically, we were discussing and even we were recalling the last PTM when I think Sir came at the center. We are going to tell many of the parents when they join. We need support from the parent side.
Yes.
Right.
Sometimes in detailing what the kids is doing. I think Pulak will share the kind of notes Sir has made. So can you Pulak
So
share
without
that
mutual
incident?
cooperation, it would not be happening.
No, but I remember our last meeting where, I mean, yeah, sir made a very valid point. Students' awareness, students' mehnat, everything is one go, but parents' awareness and that parent dedication in the entire process. So I remember
Yes.
ma'am being very, sir से तो मैं I think एक बार ही मिली थी, I think दो बार, but ma'am काफी active रही है पूरे process में because Manya has been our span student, has been with us for the last 2 years. So ma'am has attended, I think, all the PTMs. In fact, we conducted few offline parent-teacher meet at the center. She was there and she was always ready with her questions about the fact that Mana is not doing well. How would a graph increase, not increase? So I think that level of dedication and that level of participation in the entire process from parents' end is commendable. So huge round of applause to you for that because I think
Yeah, that's what we are saying.
yeah.
So you may give some credit to us, but we are really giving credit to you this time. It's such a proud moment for us, and your
Yes.
dedication and your trust obviously help us to do well in this case. So where is sir? Like we'd like to. Is he there at home or
Is he around? Your dad,
So
Manya.
he is in his office right now.
Acha, okay.
Okay.
He's in the office.
Okay. So extend my wishes to him. Congratulations message to him also.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
And I think I was saying when I met Manya, it is a beginning of your journey. The moment you enter to the college, journey begins again. So I wish you all the best for your
Thank you, sir.
cunning journey of law field. Probably we'll
Thank
be
you.
talk we are talking to one of the future leaders of the law field.
Right.
Thank
My
you.
all wishes to you, Manya.
Thank
And
you,
I think
sir.
once a CLite, always a CLite. It's not like our journey ends because you've actually now placed into a law school. Our association with students keeps on going. So of course, CL's doors are always open for you. And now I think you can chill because you've put in a lot of effort. Now is the time, of course, with your school pre-boards, boards, you taking care of that. That of course would go. But you can chill, relax, enjoy this time because वो race कभी खत्म नहीं होना. Once your college starts, you'll again get busy with the college wala thing process. So I think this is the time when you should chill, celebrate with your family, your friends, celebrate yourself because I think you work
Yeah, you
hard and
you work so
you're
hard for it.
that's
Yeah.
great. Right. And I think the entire team of Career Launcher wishes you all the best for your future endeavors.
Thank you.
Very proud of you. Do well. And it was pleasure interacting with you, Manya. And thank you so much, ma'am,
Yes,
for
ma'am.
taking out time
Thank
and
you.
actually coming. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
All
Thank
best. And congratulations, Pulak ma'am, especially.
to you, sir, too. You, sir, too.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.